plays games with Jay.
You know, I realized a lot of people who haven't watched the Danganronpa or Zero Escape like playthroughs are like, they're like, wow, so the best moments really were in those playthroughs.
I mean, they're really good playthroughs, guys. I tell people who have never played them, just watch our playthroughs. Like, if you don't want to play them on your own.
Yeah.
Like, I think you'll get a good experience. I do think they're probably some of our best ones. Like, I think those and the Paper Mario ones and are like probably some of the best ones we've done. So just just check them out. Do you have a favorite series on the channel?
Favorite series? Danganronpa 2.
Danganronpa 2.
Danganronpa 2, but I'm trying to think, you know, not it was simple. It was simple, not like amazing or anything, but playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 during my birthday week, I thought it was entertaining because, one, you haven't played a Lego game of those kinds before, and then also just like you being like, what? This Marvel character exists? Like, you know, you're just like the entire time. So
that whole birthday session was fun.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Oh my God, Fortnite.
It was a good time.
Oh man.
What would you say is your comfort game or show? Like, if you need to cheer up, you're feeling nostalgic, what do you like to play or watch?
Shiny hunting and Pokemon. You know, shiny hunting and Pokemon. Comfort show. I'm the type of person that like very few shows can get me out of a funk. So like if I watch something brand new, if I'm in a funk, it will completely ruin that experience, like 100%.
Sure.
Because I'm just like not even caring anymore, you know. But there was once upon a time I truly loved Parks and Rec and would just watch that endlessly. But if I just want to feel better, I just watch like anime scenes that make me cry. Like I just look up clips on YouTube and just watch those again.
Sure.
Or watch anime openings. That's pretty much, you know.
Some people are asking, if it's not too intrusive, why do you have to leave? Are you moving? Like, what's just, you can give this the short version.
It is actually something I don't know if at this point I will have made, but I actually considered making a short video about this on my channel.
Sure.
But keeping a super brief in that video is as well as here. Look, I'm dealing with a lot of personal stuff, a lot of like bad mental health, brain stuff, you know, just straight up depression, and I've been dealing with it for a while, and it's something that for the past 5 years living in LA that I thought would get better as I found my place here, and it really hasn't been, and I was wondering why, and a lot of it has been doing with me putting a lot of pressure on my career, right? My career as a writer. Don't get me wrong, I'm loving all the stuff that I'm doing now. It's such a weird, my friends always say, like, you have a history of like the weirdest jobs, you know, like, and it's, I even though it's fun and there's always something new, I just don't feel satisfied in terms of my personal growth and in terms of my dreams. And then once it got to a point where I was so stressed out about it, like I was just miserable no matter what I did, even with hanging out in the middle of like hanging out at a big party with friends. I just kept thinking about it, and that's when I realized, along with some financial stuff, that I was like, maybe I shouldn't be here right now. And then it became a slow acceptance of, I should just take a break from being in California and the pursuit and the hustle of Hollywood or whatever. I should just roll out for a bit. And that's pretty much why I'm leaving. I just need a good break. That's why it's not forever. I still have dreams out here. I still want to write a Spider-Man thing someday, no matter how small. I still would love to, you know, I'd love to like write a movie and get made, you know, even if it's not a good movie. Like, I'm like, cool, I just want that in the theater. I think that'd be cool. You know, I want to be part of a show that everyone's talking about on Twitter for like a month or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's but like with everything that's happening in my life as well as the industry, I'm like, this is not a time for it. I think this is actually a really tough moment for it all. So I think I should just roll out for a bit, recover both mentally and financially, and just enjoy making my own stuff. Like, I found so much happiness making Bounty Light, my graphic novel, that I was like, oh, cool, I just want to work on the next one and not deal with like expectations of a boss or something, you know, a higher up. And don't get me wrong, I'm still trying to take LA work and if remotely or just freelance work in general. But I think a new change of pace and setting will be nice.
I like that they have defeated faces.
Oh, the trainers?
Yeah.
There's a lot of detail in this game that's pretty fun. So,
yeah. I mean, LA it's a hard place to live, quite frankly speaking. It's very expensive here, and if you're in the entertainment industry in any capacity, there's a lot of pressure, right? To get jobs, maintain jobs. You know, a lot of our friends, including us, are freelance or something where, you know, or gig to gig, right?
Yeah.
So it is definitely something that can wear you down. So, you know, I think this will be a great change for you to, one, not have to worry so much about financial stress, you know, sort of like, and I think just finding happiness and contentment, you know, outside of career expectations, right?
For sure.
Yeah, I think that's going to be very important and something that, you know, hopefully you'll carry with you regardless of whether you come back or wherever you live, like just finding that sort of, you know, not inner peace, that sounds too like dramatic, but inner contentment.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. Like everyone, I think universally, and this is just what makes humans is we're almost, it's hard to feel like perfectly content. You're always like, oh, but what about this, or what about this, or what about this? But yeah, I think recognizing that you need this change instead of just like, let's just stick through it, let's just, you know, continue to be, you know, depressed or whatever. I think it's good that you're taking the steps necessary and now that when you've thought about, because you thought about it for a long time, you know, and once you made the decision, it's like, yeah, I think that's a good call. It's not, you're still young, it's not forever, and you know, it's I'm a person that I feel like I never moved due to career. I moved because I just felt like it. I took risks all the time, and that includes moving out to LA. Sure.
So I feel like it might just be better for me to find a new change of pace at this moment in time. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
TLDR, I'm sad.
Yeah.
But not for long, hopefully.
Yeah, I think things will be good. What was your least favorite voice to do?
My least favorite, fucking what's his name? Terushima. Oh, is that
Wait, it's Teru? No, Teru?
Teru. Yeah.
I forget his name, what his full name is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. I was originally gonna do it. I was like, no, I'm gonna make Jade do it.
Yeah, I know.
Jade can do it instead.
What was his? What did he even sound like?
I don't know. Somebody was doing the Cajun accent.
But he was like always talking about like loincloths and stuff. Like some shit like that.
Weirdo.
Oh god, I hated doing that.
Let's see.
Man, I'm so sorry for everyone who is like, man, they just keep talking about Danganronpa, but
those games are
a lot of the one and done games. I feel like don't leave a lot of impressions on me. Except for Michael Chain, because that was such a huge. I mean, that wasn't a game. That was F-Zero. But like,
to be fair, there aren't that many one and dones. So
yeah. I guess the shorter series too, right? Like I thought Wonderful 101 was surprisingly fun.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Is there a country you want to go to that you haven't been to?
I have not been to. I was gonna say, because I'm like, I'd like to go back to Korea, but Australia.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever, I might be going, but if you ever want to go and want to, I don't know, us to go too or something, visit with Wilco.
Wait for like the +1 for.
No, just in general.
Oh, okay.
If you ever take a trip, because I'm always telling people like, hey, you want to go? Like, maybe we can make a thing of it, because sometimes we do that.
Yeah.
Hang out with Wilco for, again, most Now that Steve's introduced, Wilco is almost certainly the most mentioned friend.
Well, yeah, at this point.
Yeah, he will be guesting at some point. We'll see. He lives in Australia, so it's tough.
Yeah.
This one's being asked a lot. I think I know the answer, but do you have any plans to do Let's Plays on your own, whether on YouTube, Twitch, anything like that?
I mean, I play some long form games on Twitch sometimes, but it really depends. I always default to shiny hunting because it's just more fun. If anything on my channel, I'll post clips from Twitch, but I don't foresee myself doing a long play unless it's something I feel is super necessary. I don't know what that would be or what that would look like.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but I don't know. Let me. I guess I don't know.
Go follow him on Twitch.
And yeah, Twitch and YouTube. What do you?
How did the dynamic of SungWon being so antagonistic to you come about? Was it a you idea? Nope. A SungWon idea? Kinda. Did it just arise naturally? Yes. Either through recording or through your pre-existing friendship. How did this antagonistic relationship arise?
Okay, it's all started from that fucking board game.
From Secret? Oh no, from the Nickelodeon game.
Yeah.
And then I think it was just once I'm like a hawk. Like once I see like the weak spot, I'm like,
sure.
Ooh, that could be fun. And I think one of the big things was we played a game of Secret Hitler where I saw you just full protagonist mode, like pleading, and I was like, I see. And then I got my knife and fork out. I was like, I'm ready. But
no,
to Jay's credit though, he really takes a joke well, in the grand scheme of things. Like there are people who
we have friends who can't take jokes.
Or like maybe they dish it out, but then they can't take it back. You know what I mean? But Jay, you are a very good sport. Like
I'm used to it. I feel like every single when I introduce you to some of my friends, and you're like, "Are you like the butt of a joke for every friend group you're in?" And I'm like, but truly, not every friend group, but majority of my friend groups growing up, my entire life have been. I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I'm like, it's whatever. I'm like, it is what it is.
The thing is, like, you're the butt of a joke, like, in a way that you're still like in on it. You know what I mean? It's not like we're all just like, yo, Jay sucks. Like Jay's.
Yeah, it's not like a.
It's not like a punching bag.
Like a Meg from Family Guy situation.
It really is like. Because I do this with a lot of friends. I mean, Steve is also someone I poke a lot of fun at.
Yeah.
Which is why I think he's the perfect natural.
You will all see in the future.
Yeah, it's funny. Someone was like, "Oh man, I'm glad like he can't pick on Steve on so much as easy as he picks on Jay." I'm like,
great just now. Oh my god,
we'll see.
That's crazy.
But yeah, to Jay's credit, like he's a very good sport. And if he wasn't, I would probably not poke fun of him as much, and two, it would just be kind of a little more annoying to hang out with you if you just didn't have a sense of humor about yourself. You know?
Right.
But yeah, he's a very good sport. If the Bounty Light characters had access to video games, which ones would be their favorites? Maybe do like what, Dorado, Kylie, and whoever you want. I
could do all of them.
Yeah, if you know them all,
I could do all of them. There actually was a draft where Rye Guy was really into fighting games.
Okay.
Snack Attack, definitely like some on the cuter games. Cuter games like they're like Stardew Valley-esque. Dorado, anything that has gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. Kylie probably likes like light novel game, like, you know, like visual novel games. Andy likes anything that's like on this like indie games that are like super stylish and like pretty, you know, like that's very like art focused or something like that.
Sure.
And Lynn, does Lynn play video games?
Thinks they're too dumb.
Not that she's dumb. She's just never really she never grew up with them.
Not that she's dumb. That she thinks they're dumb.
No. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not that she thinks she.
Oh, you beat her.
Finally.
There you go.
Lynn? I don't know what kind of video games would Lynn play. What do you guys think? Let me know. I actually don't.
You have to think about it, I guess.
I don't think she'd be like super gung ho about video games. But she wouldn't make fun of someone for liking them. She'd just be like, oh, this just never was my thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything that stuck out to you in the It Takes Two playthrough? You have a favorite moment?
Oh my god, I forgot about that
in
playthrough.
It Takes Two.
That's. I mean, our every time we saw what's his name?
The book.
Oh yeah,
no.
Yeah, we're like, oh my god, like, wait, no, this is one of my favorite moments. It was the very last episode, without giving too much away, and like the really warm, resolute moments of family.
Yeah.
And then, what's that? You. Like, that killed me. That was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking.
What are some of your guilty pleasures? Could be gaming or anything. You have any guilty pleasures?
Like idle shit, right? Like,
how dare you have that be guilty?
I mean, that's what people would deem as guilty, right?
Sure.
I don't care. I'm like, I'm not.
Is there anything that you're like, I know this is dumb, but I like it. I know this is, or quote unquote, bad,
right?
Or
right.
But I enjoy it. Junk food type stuff.
Oh, dude, the fast food, like, oh my god. But I'm trying. I don't know what. Do you think I have something like that? I usually, like, when it comes to my interests, I'm never like ashamed of them.
That's
I
true.
don't think.
You did watch Orihimo.
Well, that was due to my best friend in college. Yeah, I still watched it, but it was my best friend in college. It was his favorite anime, and I watched it. And there is a good chunk of it that I did enjoy. I don't think back to it like, oh my god, there's the pinnacle. But I was like, yeah, there are things in this that was good. Everyone has a misconception about the title, and it's like, oh, it's not the brother that's a creep, at least in the beginning. It is the sister who is a creep. So
I don't like any of that.
Yeah, you know the premise, right? That it's the sister who's like, I love like visual novel games that have to do with emotos. So the brother's like, how do I deal with this? Like, you know, and he's trying to like, and it's him trying to understand why she likes it so much.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's again seeing that, I was like, I'm curious where this premise is going. I also just love that what's his name, the seiyuu of Akainu is his dad. And there's just like a line in the first episode. It's like because the brother takes the fall for the sister because she's caught with the games, and he's like, so you were playing games about little sisters in your little sister's room, and he's like hearing that with like the Akainu singing voice, and he's just punching the fucking shit out of him. I'm like, this is pretty funny. Like, but yeah, but again, I wouldn't say that's a guilty pleasure because someone's like, oh man, you love Orihimo. I'm like, well, I don't. So
sure. Question for me: how did you end up picking Jay for the co-host? For me, it was. I thought, one, he'd be... Well, there's the antagonistic relationship, which I thought would be funny on its own. But I think, one, Jay is very good at conversation. Like, very good at keeping a conversation going.
I talk good.
He talks good. Yeah. But you really do. Not just on a Let's Play setting, but in social situations. I think you're very thoughtful. I think you pay attention to what people are saying, and you make an effort to not fill silence, because there's a difference between filling silence. It's more like making people comfortable, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's very easy to just bounce conversations off.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't sure about the acting. I didn't really think about that, but you turned out to be good in that. But it was mainly just like good conversationalist. There's funny potential for the chemistry, and yeah, I think it's just because we get along pretty well, right?
Yeah, I think that's what.
So I think it was just who's someone that I'm not gonna like get tired of like playing video games with all the time.
Yeah. And with that, we'll continue the questions tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Let's continue tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.